everyone, and welcome back to my VEDA video, Wednesday, April 24th. Some people were leaving in the comments, what does VEDA mean? And it means video every day in April. So, yeah, this is my 24th video. Well, actually 20th because I didn't start till the 4th, but in April. And I also do day in the life videos, usually over the weekend. So when the VEDA videos are done, I'll continue to do those along with my craft videos. Today I'm going to do kind of a short video, I think, because I want to finish up my distressed tin cans. I don't know if any of you saw the first one, but I'm doing part 2 today. They turned out so awesome. Oh, it's just amazing. So anyway, without further ado, I heard Natasha talking about videotaping your top 10 kitchen utensils. Now, I have more than top 10, but I wasn't going to use appliances or anything like that. I'm just talking about, for me, little kitchen tools that I think are kind of cool. So because my tablecloth is so busy, as you can see, with all that Paris stuff, I'm going to use this plastic cover on my laptop here as where I'll put the item. So let us begin, and they're in no particular order. Get that little dust off of there. Okay, I'm just going to reach for what's nearest to me. Now, for number 1, I have these measuring spoons, and they are by Pampered Chef. Now the reason this one's wet. The reason I love these so much is because you can, this spoon here has a slider. See, this is the 1 teaspoon one. And so you can slide it to 3/4 to 1/2 to 1/4. And if you can see how it changes there, and you just hold your thumb there and slide it. I love this because you don't have to go getting a whole bunch of separate measuring spoons. So I use that one, and then if it's bigger measurements, I use this one, the bigger one. And it starts at 1 tablespoon, I believe, yeah. And then it moves up to, see, 1 tablespoon, 2.5 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons, 1 1/2 teaspoons, and this one also goes to from 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon. And then the other one's from 1 teaspoon down. So these would be my number 1s, and I use these all the time. These are like in my drawer with my silverware, and I pull them out whenever I need to measure anything. That's these little measurements. The next one, and this will be number 2, are these measuring cups. I showed you these before. Or this one, these are my go-to ones, and they're my favorites. These are the 2 I use the most, and this one I just got, as you saw in an earlier video. But I don't know why, I just love the glass. This is like 1/4 cup, and it says it on the bottom, so you can just scoop it out and put it in right up to 1 cup. Same with this one, goes right down to a tablespoon. I think this one's a tablespoon. Oops, it's got dust in it because I don't use this one. Where's the marking? I think it's on there. See, 1 tablespoon. And then it starts with 1/4 cup, 1/3 cup, 1/2 cup, and a full cup. Love those. And then this one that I got in Vegas. I used this a lot when I was doing the shakes, Body by Vi shakes. This one is fantastic because all the measurements are on the side of the glass there. And it has, you know, milliliters, grams, ounces, cups. See, there's the cups. It's just great. I picked it up at Paris, there in Las Vegas. You can see it, and they have this little Cafe Belle Madeleine, and they had some little knick-knacky things there, and I bought it, and I love it. One of my most favorite kitchen tools. So that would be numero 2, number 2. Number 3, these smaller melon, I love this one because it has that little latchy thing, you know. You can scoop it up and then lay them down like that when you're doing cookies. I love that. And it releases, this little releases them. And then there's also this smaller, it's a bit smaller than a regular ice cream scoop. But, you know, if you ever need to make anything a little bit smaller, I love this one. So those little melon scoops. Next, I will show you this thing. I got this at the Home and Garden show. It came with this and this plate. Not the stand, but and then this little brush. So what this does, this is a grater, believe it or not. And on this plate, there's like little rough edges. So it grates fresh nutmeg. You put your garlic in here and you go like that and it peels and go like that and the garlic is peeled. And then you can take garlic and just go in circles and it makes almost like a garlic paste. And then you take this brush and scoop it down into whatever. It's really good. It works really, really well. So, yeah. And I love the way it looks, too. Stuff has crumbs on it. My goodness. Okay, so next I would have to say is my biscuit cutters. I love them. I cannot be without them. They're perfect. They're just great. 2 sizes. What can I say? Biscuit cutters. So that was, let's see, I've done number 1. Number 1 was the spoons. Number 2, the measuring cups. Number 3, the melon scoops. Number 4 was that grater. Number 5 is the biscuit. So we're halfway. This next cute little gadget is from Epicure Spices. And what it is, it has like a lid, like a Tupperware that seals down. But of course, I'm not going to push it down now. And if you're wanting to melt chocolate, you could put your chocolate chips in here, and then you pop it in the microwave, and then you stick whatever nozzle you want on the end here, put your lid back on, and then when your lid is on and you need to just squirt, you know, little chocolate words or whatever on everything, fantastic. And if you still have some left over in here, you put the lid on and put it in the fridge, and then you can keep it on going. And just melt the chocolate in the microwave. It's just really cute. It's really great for Christmas baking and stuff like that. So there's that. So that was number 6. Number 7 is my Danish Whisk. I got this from Breadtopia, and when I make my artisan bread, and I use this for a lot, but especially for like a bread dough kind of a whisk, it's fantastic. And it's just called a Danish Whisk, and it works really, really well for like thicker cake doughs, batter doughs, bread batter, anything like that. Number 8 are my tea thingies. You know, these tea strainers. I like these better than the typical balls or the spoon. This one particularly because you can put it right in there and then it strains right into a cup. I've shown you guys this cup a lot. And then this one is kind of cool too. You put the tea inside of there and then just dip it in your cup, and then you can rest it on this little stand and then come back and make another cup with the tea that's still in that little scoop. So that I love. So number 9 on the list are my apple corers. Oh, this one is great if you just want to just core out the apple but leave the apple whole. Like if you're going to make maybe baked apples, it's a great diet food. I will stick this through, take the core out, sit my apple in a microwave safe dish, fill it, sprinkle cinnamon on it, fill it with raisins just down into the as much as the core will fill. Zap it in the microwave, put a tiny bit of water around the dish, zap it in the microwave for maybe a minute to 2 minutes, bring it out, put a dollop of yogurt on top, and oh my goodness, it's better than apple pie. Honestly, it's so delicious. The sweetness of the raisin adds enough sugar, and then the coolness of the yogurt, nummeroonies. So that's what I use these ones for. And then this apple core is from IKEA, and it is fabulous. So it has this thing pops out here. And you just line up your apples and boom, they're sliced and cored all in one motion, and it's not hard to use. So that's my number 9. So last but not least on my top 10 kitchen tools, I would have to say is this. This is a French butter dish. They are very, very popular in Paris. I found mine by a local artisan, and the lid broke on this side. As you can see, it's broken off there, but I'll get another one if it breaks, because it doesn't impact how it works at all. And what it is, especially in the summer, when if you want to, oh, my hands are all inky because I was crafting in between this. But anyway, if you like to have your butter at room temperature softness, but if you put it in the fridge, it gets too hard, and if you leave it out, it melts and drips all over the place, especially in the summer. So in Paris, in France, they don't put their butter in the fridge. They use what's called a French butter dish. So the butter goes, it sits in cold water. That you keep this filled, you change it every day, so you can see the water in there. And then there is your butter. And I'll just show you the consistency that it would stay. So it stays like nice. So the butter is always chilled. It doesn't get full of water. I don't know how it works, but that's, whoops, I'm making a mess. That's what they're called, French butter dishes. So I can take this butter and turn it upside down and put it inside the water. And then what happens is the water disperses and goes up along the sides of the butter dish and keeps the butter cooled to room temperature. And then you just, when you want to butter something, you just take the lid off, go like that. There's no butter down in your water and no water in your butter. So if you ever get a chance to pick up one of these things, especially if you live in a warm climate for most of the year, I highly recommend it. Your butter's always perfect, absolutely perfect. So they're called French butter dishes, and they're usually made by people that do pottery, which is where I found mine. Somebody threw it on the potter's wheel for me. That's why it's not that easy to replace it, but it still works fine. It's just got that little chip out of it. So if it's kind of like that, you can't even really tell. So those are my top 10 kitchen tools. So I'm really anxious to see everybody else's, and I'm challenging you all to do a little video of your top 10. And we'll see you all tomorrow for VEDA, April 25th, I think. Yes, tomorrow, April 25th. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Bye.